I already know what you're thinking. Wait, I'm talking about VTuber drama? Again? So soon? Yes. I told you here that I am completely filled with surprises and you have no idea what's going to come next. Unless that's what I hope. Who knows, I might be super predictable and some people can probably already guess what I'm going to talk about before I even do it. But either way, that doesn't matter. Today we're here to talk about some juicy VTuber drama. And this time, it is something that is extremely serious, because today we're here to talk about a popular VTuber who might be stealing someone's work. Something that is becoming extremely common in the content creator space, unfortunately. It feels like every single week, no matter where you go, there's a brand new person who may have got caught stealing work from someone else. But I'm not really that surprised. I mean, if you are extremely popular, you can get away with a lot of things, most of the time. But keyword, I ended up saying most of the time because sometimes you may actually get caught. So let me stop talking about something that doesn't matter and let's get into this story because it's a real juicy one. And this story begins with a very popular VTuber known as Fillion. Now this is a creator who was able to become extremely popular really quickly. Like, I don't think her channel is really that old, and she was able to gain a pretty big following in the VTuber community by her absolutely amazing content. And if I have to describe her content, it is basically just loud equals funny combined with some VTuber humor. If I'm gonna be honest, her content is extremely close to brain rot, but I wouldn't really say it's on that level, but it's very close. And what does any extremely popular content creator does? Well, they capitalize their success by making merch. But here's the thing, VTuber merch is on a completely different level than like normal YouTuber merch. Because when you think about like YouTuber, Twitch streamer merch, or just content creator merch, you think about it being absolutely garbage. Most of them will make like a t-shirt or hoodie that absolutely no one will wear because the design is just absolutely terrible. Here's the thing, VTubers, they have tons of stuff like that, but they also have cool stuff that I could actually see people buying. And if you're a VTuber and you're popular enough, you can straight up get stuff like acrylic stands, or if you're extremely popular, you can straight up get full-on anime figures made off you. Which is what ended up happening to Fillion and a lot of other VTubers, because Good Smile, an extremely big company who makes a lot of anime figures, for the past couple of weeks they have been announcing that they are going to be making nudroids of tons of popular VTubers. Some of them that you have probably heard of, and Fillion ended up being one of them. So, when this announcement came out, you think, oh, this is going to be something very cool. I mean, she was able to gain a big following, and look, now she's even able to get a full-on statue made of her. What could possibly go wrong? Well, I'm talking about this, so something definitely went wrong. So here's the thing, when this ended up getting announced, tons of people ended up being angry. And the main reason why is because, well, Fillion doesn't really own her model. See, here's the thing. This is how Fillion looks like. And when you see this, you probably think to yourself that, oh, maybe Fillion ended up creating this VTuber model or commissioning someone else to do it. No, she didn't. She ended up buying this model from a creator known as Gojo. This is just a friendly reminder, if you actually write notes, you should read them so you don't make a dumb mistake like what I did. Because guess what? I got his name wrong. I know, something that I haven't done in a long time. His name isn't Gojo, it's Jingo. Don't know how I made a mistake like that. And you know what's funny? Later in the video I call him Gojo again, because I'm smart. They are someone who basically make models for VR chat that anyone could go and buy. I could buy one right now if I just go to their page and just pay the money. I could look just like Fillion. And this is the model that Fillion uses for her VTuber avatar. All she basically did was take this model, which I'm showing it on screen, and change a couple of things. The eye and hair color, getting rid of the pigtail, and also her normal form that she uses most of the time is this, the model in a school uniform. She changed the school uniform from blue to white, and boom, you do that, you basically look like Fillion. But here's the problem. Fillion does not own the commercial rights to this model at all, which basically means she's not able to use this model's likeness to sell stuff, because she doesn't own the right to do that. So I think with me saying that, you automatically see the problem, and why tons of people were extremely angry that she's now getting a nundroid made from her. She kind of did a little bit of stealing. Now, when Good Smile ended up releasing this announcement, tons of people saw that and was like, hey, this isn't right. You don't own the right to that model. So they ended up telling the original creator, and he ended up releasing a response straight up saying that he didn't know that this was happening, and also Fillion or Good Smiles did not reach out to them at all, and they don't have the permission to basically make a figure using his model. He knew nothing about this. Now, the original creator of the model ended up saying that he ended up contacted Fillion and Good Smile, and he's basically waiting for their response so they could sort out this situation. Now, to make this situation even worse, this isn't the only time that Fillion ended up using the likeness of this model to sell something, because she actually has way more products than just this Nundroid. She has cups for gamer subs, she has pillowcases and tons of other merch, and she also has a YouTube too, and all of them use the likeness of this model, which she does not own. So that's basically the whole situation. So with all this news out, I have so much questions that I don't think I'll ever get the answer to, but I just want to say some of them. One, how was she able to get this far with absolutely no one calling her out until then? Because that is absolutely crazy. I just refuse to believe that someone inside of the VTuber community just did not know that she was using a model that anyone can easily go and buy, and that she was basically using that model to make other products. And with that, how does any of these companies that she ended up working with did not realize this either? I mean, she's working with gamer subs, and she also working with that one company who makes like very ugly looking statues of YouTubers. How did none of them ended up like, I don't know, doing a background check or maybe questioning her about her model and who ended up making it? Is this just something that they didn't do? Like, when I think about that, I only can think about like two answers. One is being that the company just is extremely lazy and they didn't care enough to do that check at all. They just wanted to capitalize on her because she was extremely popular. Or two, maybe they just automatically assumed that, oh, she must have the rights from the original creator to do something like that. But since I am talking about companies who usually work with YouTubers, I think we all know that most of them don't really have the best track record. So I truly wouldn't be surprised if they just didn't care about this at all and they just wanted to use any form of her so they can make money quickly, because all of her merch ended up selling very well. But either way, I just think it's crazy that she was able to make it this far with absolutely no one calling her out, no one getting angry, and she was basically able to make millions of dollars selling merch by using a model that she doesn't even own. That is just crazy to me. But before I leave, I do want to talk about two more things. One, there's a lot of people in the community wondering if Fillion could get sued for doing this. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I know absolutely nothing about the law. I'm literally just a man who just sits down and talks to a camera. Well, currently right now, I'm not really talking to a camera, I'm just yapping in a microphone, but I know absolutely nothing. But if there is a way where the creator could do something, and if suing is one of those things, I think he completely should. Mainly because with the information that we have right now, it really looks like the creator did not know that Fillion was basically doing this with his model. So she's basically here making tons of money using Jingo's work, and he's just getting absolutely nothing from it. So if he is able to do something, I think he should. And I also want to bring up the amount of people who are out there defending her, which is something that's not really that surprising. I think we all know that if you're a popular content creator, you can literally do anything. Think about just something crazy a popular content creator can do, and there'll be thousands of people out there trying to defend them like their life depends on it, which is absolutely wild. And all of her just fanboys just out there trying to defend her honor is just a prime example of that. We straight up just have like a bunch of people being angry at her for making a lot of money using someone else's work, and it looks like the original artist isn't getting any cut at all. That is something that completely makes sense for people to get angry at, and it makes sense for her to get a bunch of criticism for, because plot twist, stealing is bad and something extremely disgusting and gross and a thing that you should not be doing, especially if you're at her size, because she has no excuse for this at all. She made enough of money off being a VTuber and just being online that she can easily afford to pay someone else to make her own custom model so she can basically do stuff like this. So it's literally just her being cheap for absolutely no reason. If you look at just any other VTubers, there are so much of them who are way more smaller than her, who basically start doing the same thing, like buying a model off someone else or off a store, and then when they get a little bit more money and become more popular, they make their own custom model. But hey, I guess if you just grow big enough, you don't have to do stuff like that, because you're always gonna have an army of people getting ready to defend you, which is just crazy. Either way, whatever happens to Fillion, she's going to be completely fine, because just like most content creators who does evil things, if you have a big enough fan base, people are still just going to defend you and support you, even if you do something gross and disgusting, which is crazy. And the VTuber community is filled to the brim with a bunch of doormats, so they're obviously not going to stop talking to her. She's too valuable, so they're just going to do what they usually do and say she just made a mistake. Okay, she just accidentally used someone else's work to make money. We all make mistakes until she goes too far and then she get exiled out. But yeah, either way, that's basically this whole situation. That's it. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.